Hello everybody. So on Friday we worked out how you could find out the end time of something. And so maybe the example was you knew that a film started at this time, you knew it lasts this long, the film's 2 hours, whatever minutes, you could work out what time that ends. But sometimes you might not have that information, and what you need to work out is the gap in between two times. So let's just do a little example straight off. So let's say that, let's start with the time 13:30. And whatever it is we're talking about ends at, let's say, 18:45. Let's just make these numbers up. So what we want to do is work out how much time has passed in between there, and I guess there could be loads of reasons you might want to do that. I guess maybe, let's say you're on a plane and you're going on holiday and you're thinking, right, I know this flight takes maybe, let's say, 8 hours. I know that we left Glasgow at this time, it's now this time, I wonder how much time we've got left. So you could be thinking about, right, well, this is the duration that we have done already, how much further is it? So there's loads of reasons you might want to do that, but let's have a look at how you could do this with a number line. So the first thing you need to do is get your start time written in, which will be 13:30, and then your finish time is 18:45. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add on chunks until we get to this time, and then the duration will be however many chunks we had to add on to get to that final time. And there's a good reason that this example is a very easy example, and we'll go over that in a little second why that is. So what you could do, I guess, is you could just add on 1 hour at a time if you wanted. So you could just go plus 1h, which would take you up to 14:30. And you could keep doing that until you get close to this number here. But I don't think we really need to do that. I think I could just be looking at, right, here's a 14 on this side, I need to get up to 18. So I need to get from 2 o'clock up to 6 o'clock. So I guess I could just add on one big chunk of 4 hours on here. And that would take me up to 18:30. And then now I'm looking, right, what's the difference between here and here? That's quite simple. I can see that from 18:30 up to 18:45 is just 15 minutes. So plus 15 minutes. And now all you would have to do is add up the chunks that you added on. So I added 1 hour, then 4 hours, and then 15 minutes. So in total that was 5 hours, 15 minutes. Now the reason that that was easy to do was because if you have a little look, you'll notice that the minutes are higher in the second time than the first time. So we could just add all our hours on and then do the minutes after, but that might not always be the case. You might get some trickier times to work with. So, oh, that's not worked very well, has it? Look at that big horrible black mark that's left. We'll just have to go with it for now. What if we had some trickier times, and let's say that the times we had this time were now, let's say it was 40, let's make it a weird time. And it's finishing, whatever it is we're talking about is now 19:11. Okay, how do you think you would go about doing that one? Okay, now there's a reason that this is tricky, and that is, and I'm going to show you the mistake that a lot of people often do with things like this, and you'll realise why you can't just do this. So what you might do, like the last time, you might be thinking, right, well, I've got a 13 on this side and a 19 on this side, so that's easy. I can just add, let's think, well, 13 all the way up to 19, that's going to be a good 6 hours, so I could just add my big chunk of 6 hours on just now. And that will take me up, because I know that's going to get my hours up to the right hour, and that will take me up to 19. Oh, but what happens now, because I'm already too high, I've already gone past the time I was trying to get up to, so that's not going to work in this case. So what I would suggest to you that might be a better way to go about that would be to do your minutes first in that case. So in this example, I would be trying to get this up to probably the nearest hour, because that would make it a little bit easier for me. And there's a new number of ways you can do it. You can be thinking, right, what's the difference from 48 to get up to the next hour? So I know that in my head that I would just need to add 12 minutes onto that to get up to the next clock. So let's do that. So 12 minutes, I'm just going to put 12M there. And I know that would get me up to 2 o'clock or 1400. Right, now this number here, now I could be thinking about getting it up to the hour now, because I'm on the clock, so I'm not going to go over it if I just add hours on now. So I know in my head that to get from 14 up to 19, I can add on, let's go, I can add on 5 hours. I had to think about that for a little second there, my brain's obviously not in gear today. So that will take me up to my 19. And that takes me just up to 7 o'clock exactly, so I'm on 19. And then now it's nice and easy to get up to 19:11 because I can just add my 11 minutes on. So now I could just go back and I just add up all my chunks to find out what that gap was in between there. And I can see that it was 5 hours. And it was 12 plus 11 minutes, so 23 minutes. So that's my gap in between those two times. So that's just one thing to watch out for, everyone. So if you're doing your problems today, just have a wee look at your minutes first, and if the minutes on this side are higher, you're going to have to go about it this way. You're going to have to get up to the closest hour first and then work your way to this time. I hope this helps a lot, but feel free to get in touch if there's anything that I can help you with. The one key thing to take away from this is remember you're counting the jumps that you had to do to get to that final time. So just watch out for that. Good luck, everyone.